Today, Rupert's search for an unusual party game leads him to a very strange place in Rupert in Mysteryland.
There's a little bear like you've never seen before, who's a lot of fun. Children everywhere go to love him more and more. He's the number one. There's a million stories to be told of the things that he's done, and he's gonna share them all with you, so come along. Rupert, Rupert the bear, everyone sing his name. Rupert, Rupert the bear, everyone come and join in all of his games.
It will be Rupert's birthday soon. Can I have a party? He asks his mother. Oh, you've left it a bit late, dear, says Mrs. Bear. Please, says Rupert persuasively. Well, all right. I'll see what I can do, his mother promises. Rupert wastes no time in calling on all his friends to invite them to the party. I do hope you don't mind the time being a bit short, he says.
The sooner the better.
Podgy Pig assures him.
Will there be a cake?
Yum, says Podgy.
Oh, yum.
Rupert meets Margot on his way across the common.
How lovely,
she says when he invites her.
What games are we going to play?
Oh dear, says Rupert. Do you know, I haven't really thought yet. Oh, but you will, says Margot happily.
Something special. Let's do something really special.
Rupert promises to start thinking right away. The harder Rupert thinks, the harder it gets to think of anything. Something special. Something special. Rupert is so deep in thought, he nearly passes Pong Ping's house without noticing it. Pong Ping's house is unusual. You can tell he's got Chinese connections. He's always pleased to see Rupert. Hello, he says. What's doing? Rupert asks him to the party. He is delighted. What are you looking so worried about? Rupert explains about the something special. Like what? He says. My mind's a blank, and I promised Margot I'd think. Let's both think, suggests Pong Ping. Pong Ping's uncle is a Chinese magician. He brings interesting things when he comes to stay. How about conjuring tricks, says Pong Ping. What? Rupert is most interested. What a smashing egg! Ah, but this wand is even more smashing, Pong Ping tells him. Rupert simply can't believe the egg has vanished into thin air. However is it done? He says. Don't know, really, Pong Ping admits. Uncle left it behind last week. You can borrow it if you like. Rupert thanks Pong Ping warmly. He begins to feel his party is destined for success. You certainly came up with something special, he calls gratefully as he leaves. Rupert wanders homeward in a dream, thinking of all the wonderful things to be done with a magic wand. He's too busy making plans to notice the tree until it brings him back to earth with a bump, because it isn't a tree at all. It's Mr. Grimnasty, the old man of the wood. You want a right good hiding, says the old man with a sneer. I'll have that stick to do it with and all, so give it here. Rupert uses his chariot to get him home fast after that. His magic wand certainly is magic. On the day of the party, all Rupert's chums arrive with presents. Thank you, Margot, he says. What is it?
A handkerchief,
whispers Margot.
I knitted it.
She blurts out, blushing, and scuttles indoors. Just as Rupert is working out something nice to say about it, Bill Badger turns up with a present. "What a super ball," says Rupert. "We'll all share it, and Margot can have first go." Pong Ping looks as though he is fanning himself. Rupert is a little puzzled at first. "It's just a pack of cards," Pong Ping tells him. "You'll need them now that you're a conjurer. Happy birthday." Rupert is thrilled. A conjurer!
Is tea ready yet?
Podgy wants to know. "In a minute," Rupert tells him. But first there's something special. "Quiet, everybody, please," he goes on in his best fairground manner. "Walk up and be astounded. I proudly present something special."
Oh, how lovely!
Margot bounces up and down, squealing with pleasure. Rupert makes sure she has a first-class seat. Bill already has one. He has a splendid view of the presents as well as the egg. "Make sure your eyes do not deceive you, ladies and gentlemen," Rupert announces, "and watch very carefully, if you please." "Good, isn't he?" says Pong Ping.
Yes,
Says Podgy.
but I'm hungry.
All the chums watch carefully. What's he going to do, they wonder? Of course, everybody wants to know how it's done. And Margot longs to try it for herself, as Rupert realizes just too late. "Abracadabra, abracadabra," she sings happily. "Oh!" gasps Margot proudly.
Look what I've done.
"We're looking," says Pong Ping.
You bring him back now, Rupert.
Margot says.
I don't know how to.
Rupert realizes with a shock that he doesn't either. But Pong Ping's sure to. "Sorry," Pong Ping tells him. "Uncle never said." Poor Margot is very upset.
Never mind,
Says Podgy kindly.
I expect Bill and the presents will turn up in the dining room.
He takes her off to look. "What a muddle," says Pong Ping cheerfully. He always enjoys the unusual. "Well, where do things go when they vanish into thin air?" says Rupert, worried. He really wants to know. "Where is thin air?" says Edward. This gives Rupert an idea. "What are you going to do?" says Pong Ping. "Find out where thin air is," Rupert replies, pointing the wand at himself. "Goodbye." Rupert is quite bewildered. "Oh, hello," Rupert says. "Can you please tell me where I am?" They're not very polite here. Perhaps I ought to follow. Oh, wow! What a funny jack-in-a-box! Rupert is startled, but he asks politely, "Excuse me, can you tell me anything about this place?" "Not really," the jack-in-a-box replies. "It's Mysteryland, you see. Whatever disappears somewhere else turns up here." Bill can't be down there, can he? It isn't big enough, thinks Rupert. But it is. It's bigger inside than he thinks. It's a conjurer's hat. Bill and Rupert are so pleased to see each other. Rupert quite forgets that there's someone else there, too. Grim Nasty says, "Remember I'm here too, thanks to you. Now you've annoyed me twice, and that's not nice." Pong Ping is just wondering where to look next. "Well, well," he says. "What's it like where you've been?" "Tell you later," says Rupert. He's afraid he's lost Bill again. But it's all right. There he is, exactly where he disappeared. Tea's ready, says Mrs. Bear. And everyone agrees it's the best party Rupert has ever given.
All of his games. Rupert, Rupert the bear, everyone come and join in all of his games.